Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. I was having a coughing fit there for a second. And it's another day for a Pirate Broadcast, and we have a third-time pirate in the room. And it's Steve's birthday. Three times. Steve, happy birthday. Welcome back to the Pirate Syndicate, the Pirate Broadcast.
Hey,
how are you doing?
Thank you, Russ. It is so good to be here on my birthday, celebrating it with you and anybody who's watching. Birthdays for me are special because each year it's like another notch of success. Some people look at it as another step towards death. For me, because I had that life and death experience through cancer, wow. 35 years this year. So each birthday becomes another year past a time where people didn't expect me to live.
Every day's a gift, right?
Every day's a gift.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it. The aches and pains I feel from my experiences in the past and being broken and everything else it's just an indication that I've lived. It's that I've thrived and I've lived and I've had experience. And there's a lot of things that we can do and be and say and complain about. And I think it's a lot of, you talk a lot about leadership. You talk a lot about stories and how you can overcome some of these challenges. And I think it's really important for people to think about the what if rather than the can't. Remove the can't from your life and just continue to improve what you can and move forward with that. So, well, tell us a little bit about what's going on in Steve's life recently based on your birthday. And I know you have a book that's going to get released here shortly. You're doing some 30-day video stuff with a couple of people. So jump into a couple of things that you're doing. So keep us updated on the status of Steve.
All right. I appreciate that. Yes. I'm in the last editing stages of my manuscript for my book that is titled Apples and Oranges on Your Team, Bite-Sized Stories to Expand Influence. So it's a compilation of short stories that generate reflection for leaders to think about how they're interacting with their teams, with each other. Bottom line is the crux of the book is to help people understand how to put people first in leadership, because that's what we need today. I mean, historically we've had a lot of command and control from the top down, and some companies still operate that way, but the younger generations are not happy with that. The younger generations are looking for a different type of leadership style, something that's more personal, something that allows them to contribute to something that might even give them meaning. And so just working in a job to get a paycheck, like some of us did so many years ago, no longer cuts it. And if you want to keep good talent around and have your company excel, you need to learn how to implement and have people first leadership. Because as you build up the people and help them become their best, then your team becomes the best and your company can become profitable and productive because of the efforts of your team.
Yeah, I was having a conversation yesterday with Bob Seeger, and one of the things we were talking about, I think it was off camera, was the idea that when you fill a position in an organization, a lot of startups have multiple hats. That a single person wearing multiple hats because there's a lot to do, a lot to create, a lot of development going on. And if you can build a team, Steve, that where everybody is doing what they enjoy doing and they can add value to that position, it's so much better than just filling a slot to get a task done. There's a lot more value, a lot more investment in the job and the strategy. And
Yeah,
like I asked my team members, it's like, are you enjoying what you're doing? Are you thriving in what you're doing? Do you feel like you're getting something accomplished? And if the answer is maybe, I don't know, it's like, that's when you want to dig a little deeper as a leader and find out what they really enjoy and what they can continue to enjoy in their position.
Yeah, and for me, that's often trying to talk to leaders about learning the strengths of the individual. What strengths do they bring to the table? Gallup has nicely defined that through their Strength Finder assessment of 34 type of strengths that you'll find in the business world. And if you can understand what those strengths are and the different team members and what their strengths are, you can now begin to bring people together who complement each other and consequently have greater success, because they can, one can excel in one area and another can excel in a different area. But there's a lot of leaders who don't even understand the value of people on their team. They see them as bodies doing a task.
Yeah. Chess pieces in the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to, thinking about people, I want to make sure that we say hi to a few pirates in the room.
Great.
Michael Baker, always a wonderful supporter, and I just enjoy all of his feedback and everything. He says, happy birthday. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much. Jenny Gold up in Colorado. Good morning, Pirates. Happy birthday, Stephen.
Hey, stay warm, Jenny.
Yeah, stay warm, Jenny. Leslie from the tundra of Houston. What's going on in Houston? I think I was talking to a friend in Houston, and he took a picture outside his house, and he says it's been snow on the ground twice in 23 years. So, and I says, well, I think I was there I think it was 2009 or something like that. 2008 was the other time. It's crazy.
Well, I sent some Chicago weather down south.
Yeah, no kidding. Michael Baker says, be present in the moment and be open to the opportunities. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, and Mark O'Brien. Here's Mark. Ahoy, mateys, from one pirate to the others. Mark is an awesome individual. He does very creative work. He's someone I consider a friend, and just an amazing individual. So, and Jenny's saying, good morning, Leslie. And this is the point of people, Steve, is the idea that we have these connections, we have these conversations, and that's what the Pirate Broadcast is all about. Rabina Tower, go away. I don't know. I can't. It's not time to go away yet. Michael Baker, clearly define your goals and objectives in your mission. Absolutely. Hey, it's Steve. Angie's here. Thank you. Love you. Yes. Robina says, oh, sorry, forgot to say please. Having a great morning today. And Angie says, happy birthday to you.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Russ Hedge says, you're both so awesome. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Russ. Likewise, back at you. And our friend Sarathi, hi, everyone from Biryani Land. Thank you so much for being there. And here's Nick. Nick, I love what you're doing. Thank you for the work in Telegram. Is it Telegram? All the work that you're doing, period. We got to catch up soon. Mark O'Brien says, right back at you, Russ. Sarathi says, namaste to you, all Russ and Steve.
Thank you.
And Kate O'Hara, Florida is the best. Bike ride, beach, no shoveling.
Hey, Kate, I'm coming down to your place.
I'm right there with you in Arizona. So love it. Darlene in Florida, morning. So these are all people that are engaged and involved in the community. And it's all about leadership. And it's people like yourself coming on the Pirate broadcast and sharing stories, Steve, and doing great things online, offline, and in alignment with what your goals are. So happy birthday, number 35. Survived and looking forward to more. And so the book is wrapping up, final editing stages. So have you committed on a date, or are you holding off on that yet? So
each date I commit to seems to be another milestone of a missed date. So, you know, I would have to say that once the manuscript's done, there's still work to be.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah, the cover, all that stuff that still has to be there. So I'm probably 3 months off. So hopefully by May,
okay,
I'll be able to launch it officially. And I should have some earlier copies for marketing before that as well. But
yeah,
that is the gold. Now I just got to do it.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things that we were talking about before the show, and I really truly believe I'm really at the point now where I have to pull the trigger on, the Pirate Syndicate is growing. I've got people actually working on a project this week, and Tracy's in the room today. Good morning, Pirates. Happy birthday, Steve.
Good morning, Tracy.
She's the producer of the Pirate broadcast, and she's part of the Pirate Syndicate, and she's doing some other shows this week. And all of these individuals that want to learn how to produce shows, want to learn how to go live and actually create a brand or a business or any kind of a topic around video. I really, feel like it's time to actually create a course and put it out there. So I need to create some more courses. I have courses on the Pirate Syndicate, and I've created a lot of courses over the years. And I think that I, like yourself on the book, you just have to kind of put a focus on it. You have to put some time and attention into it, and you have to complete it and get it out there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Have you thought about, like Gabe, because I saw the fabulous Silver Fox lady there. Come on.
Darlene, yeah.
Yeah. Some of us have been a part of his show,
mm-hmm.
and he's trying then to launch other people into doing shows under his umbrella, so to speak. And that might be another way for you to broaden the Pirate broadcast is you, as long as you've got this team producing it, you don't have to be involved, but you can look at how to leverage the team to maybe produce a few more people doing live shows that are brand oriented, that tie in and all that other stuff.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, because I've created 6 different ways to create a business and monetize live streams. And so I actually put together a presentation for some individuals that were thinking about, they were wondering how we could do that. And so I put a presentation and outlined 6 different ways you could actually monetize a live stream and create a business from it. And so that would be part of a workshop that I would be doing. I would launch with a workshop on that subject, because a lot of people don't know, or they're not experienced, or they haven't seen some of the ideas that you can actually develop from live streaming and video on how to monetize it. It's usually something you do to send people to another platform. However, there's a lot of different ways you can put it together. So developing those ideas, I think, would be a great strategy. So
I'd love to take that workshop or see that workshop.
Yeah. So if there's anyone else that would like to have a workshop about how to create a live video stream, how to monetize it, how to create a business from it, send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. So, and it's just, I mean, I love this. Darlene says, I'm all about the production side. Jenny and she goes, yes, you have. I've shared it with Jenny. I shared it with her. I sent it over to her. Enjoying it, Russ. Happy birthday, Steve.
Thanks, sir.
Nancy, up early in the morning today.
Oh, he is really early.
Yeah. Sign me up for the workshop. So I was like, I love that. I love that. So I like the sound of that. Darlene says, I like the sound of that. Say is what the Pirate Syndicate does. That is what the Pirate Syndicate does. Yes, that is what the Pirate Syndicate does. It brings people together to actually produce shows for other people as well. And we're producing shows. I got actually multiple shows going on this week through the Pirate Syndicate, live streaming multiple events, multiple days, and teaching people how to produce, sharing producers that know how to produce with people that need help. And Nancy says,
Nancy.
Happy birthday, Steve Sullivan. I enjoy celebrating and being celebrated. You are celebrated.
You're an awesome person, Nancy.
Yeah. So moving forward, I just encourage people to, I'm opening the doors to the Pirate Broadcast and the Pirate Syndicate. And like Gabe, there's a lot of ways that we can produce results for other people. And my whole purpose, Steve, as you know, is to help other people along their journey. Your journey with leadership is helping leaders see the light and thrive in other people and other individuals. And so what is happening with you as it relates to video? Because I know you mentioned something in the video project. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Who's not comfortable doing video or hasn't even really done a video for LinkedIn in terms like a video post. There's a group of us that we yearly do this, what we call.
Steve, you locked up there for a second, Steve.
And I must have locked up because I just saw a thing spinning around. But we have this yearly group where we invite people in that are potentially new to video who would like to learn to do video posts, to get over their discomfort, to get more comfortable in making videos. And this group includes some amazing people like Rob Howes and his creativity, Pix Johnson and her energy from the Australia side, Junaid Ahmed and his abilities to help people with all things equipment. And if you have any questions on how to do video or live stream or any of that, he can walk you through all the equipment on that. Wilton Rogers is a part of that group. We'll be talking about leveraging video for business. My participation in that group is largely to help people learn how to tell stories. They can get their message out there through story. And each year we have probably a dozen or more people who come in. And some of them do videos every day for the whole month. Others do videos maybe half or maybe even a half dozen times. It doesn't really matter how many videos you do. You still have access to a group of people who will support you and give you information. Like we had a organizational meeting the other day where we talked about we're going to do weekly Zoom calls for the people that are in that group where they can come on, they can ask questions about videos. And we'll focus those Zoom calls around, one on equipment, one on storytelling, one on business leverage. So if there's anybody watching this today who want to get into video, reach out to me, direct message me. We'll be glad to sign you up.
So Nancy asked the question, where can people sign up? Where can folks sign up? So
they DM me or Rob Howes or Pix Johnson, I mean, if you know any of those people, you can. Nancy, I'd love to see you join the group.
And Darlene says, I want to be a better storyteller. Just started learning. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So I love to sit down and talk to people about storytelling, because that's the one thing I've done in my journey on LinkedIn without realizing it. I started telling stories. I started writing stories, and along the way, people have said, "Hey, Steve, you're pretty good at it."
Well, you did your story Saturdays for a long time, and
I'm still doing them.
Still doing them, and a lot of amazing analogies, and the things that came out of that. I always enjoyed them. I always enjoy, and fortunately or unfortunately, the results of the pirate broadcast. I've been getting booked on other projects, so my time on LinkedIn has not been as active as I would like to be. So it's a catch-22.
It is.
When client work, when you get client work, it's a challenge to stay engaged all the time. But I really work hard at it, and I love the opportunity to catch up with people like yourself, Steve.
I do as well. I mean, the one thing about LinkedIn is its connections, and as you engage with people, you build those connections, you build those friendships offline. Oftentimes, I mean, I have more friends in my life now from around the world than I've ever had, because of all the connections and offline conversations and various virtual meetings or whatnot that I participate in.
Yeah. The amazing thing is how available being online and on video is. 10 years ago, even, it was more of a challenge. A lot more technology, a lot more skill was required to set up your equipment and get everything dialed in, and make sure you have a good connection. And a lot of individuals didn't have access to this, and now we have access, and we can reach out people from around the world. And it's just a different time and place right now. And it's amazing that we have this technology to connect us, to allow these connections to take place, these friendships to grow. And I just think it's so important for us as a civilization to start connecting the dots, make sure that we are talking about we instead of me. And we have this idea that we're all connected. We all have a thread. If we talk to someone long enough, Steve, and tell stories and exchange stories, we all have a common thread, family, friends, the belief that something is going to be improving. And all of these ideas are something that we can actually hold on to and grow from. And I think it's just incredible time. And I thank you so much for publishing your stories, putting video out there, working with creatives to do this work. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Russ. And I enjoy coming on your show. I think back about a year ago when we did the January 1st show, where I got the opportunity to turn the tables and interview you. We need to do that again.
Yeah.
I need to make you walk the plank, unlike you do your guests.
No kidding. Well, it's been a fun adventure, and I think this show right now is 356 episodes consistently. So 5 days a week, every single day. I'm booking people out into April now, and it's really important for me to make sure that people have a voice. They have an opportunity. They have a stage to actually go out there and share their story and be part of the community, become part of the pirate community. Because it's all about kindness for me. It's one of those things that we all have something to contribute. We all have a gift. And I think it's important for us to recognize that.
Yes, and your gift of inviting people on and sharing airtime and all that, has helped a number of us, continue to broaden our, I guess, brand, so to speak, and
Yeah.
awareness to people in the world, and to establish even newer connections with people that, see us on a show like this, and they reach out, and then things can continue to grow from there.
Yeah. Well, and like you were talking about with Gabe, Gabriel has evolved and expanded and explored new horizons, and he continues to do that. And I just applaud his efforts and his energy that goes into that. And people like Nancy and people like Darlene and Tracy and Angie and all of these individuals that are really, really amazing people that are in my life. All of these, everybody on this show right now has been, touched or touching me through the being present and being available on the show. And, friendships like you and I have, we actually met through LinkedIn, and we've evolved and continued to contribute to each other's life. And it's really about what is the value we can deliver and what we can actually contribute to the society around us. And, it always amazes me where people shine and how they come up with, their scenarios and their stories. And when they share their stories, it's, it deepens the connection as well.
Yes.
So it's amazing.
Yeah. And in this world where there's so much misinformation and false this and false that, there's a hunger for that real connection where you're meeting real individuals, you're communicating on a real level. And that's the value of programs like yours.
Nancy says we are more alike than different. Amen. I believe that 100%. Kate says storytelling and anthropologically is our genes for survival. Yes. So
Very
it's
true.
Absolutely true. Sarathi says strong relationships build strong connections and groom friendly and excellent business relationships, and keep that smile with that cool glasses. I love you, man. I love you. Monetize. Nancy says monetize is not a 4-letter word. Yes, you are so true. You are so true.
I don't know. Cash.
There's a certain identity in the idea that I give so much away. And I think, okay, I know it. Why shouldn't I share it? And I do share it. And I think that there's also an opportunity to actually create abundance. And if you create abundance and you share it, the pie gets bigger. It doesn't get smaller. The pie gets bigger when you start sharing things and you share ideas. It's like, aren't you afraid somebody's going to steal your idea? It's like, no, because they have to go do something with my idea. How many times have you thought of an idea and then pretty soon you don't do anything with it, and then it goes out and somebody else creates it with that idea? It's like, I thought of that 10 years ago. Well, yeah, but did you do anything about it 10 years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Typically the answer is
not.
no. Kate says, please do create. Yeah. Mostly documentation is what Gary Vee says for our global hemp platform would be super valuable. Sign me up too. Kate, real talk. I still owe you a phone call, actually. Thanks, Kate. And there's so many people out there that are evolving in the creative process. And I think it's platforms like LinkedIn and video that allows people to access new ways of creating or expressing their stories and sharing their stories. So, Steve, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all the things that you do in the community. Happy birthday. I love what you're doing, and please continue to do it. Keep shining the light out there for other people to come on board. So where would you like people to connect with you at?
The best place is LinkedIn. I mean, that's the only real avenue I have. I've pretty much dumped Facebook. So, yeah,
All right.
connect with me on LinkedIn.
So anybody that's not connected to Steve, go connect on LinkedIn. Going to wrap it up today. Thank you so much, Steve, for being here. I really appreciate you. And as always, let's continue to do this and do this again in the future. And you can interview me next time. All right.
Okay, good. I'll look forward to it.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Go like and subscribe. Go track down the YouTube channel so you get notifications and subscribe to that. Hit that bell. Make sure that you're getting notified. All right. Thank you, everyone. As you know,
Awesome.
Kindness is cool. Smiles are free. And you enjoy the day. Take care. Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate today.